Happy Sunday morning, y'all. We fixing to start half our weekend vlog. Yeah, I missed yesterday, Saturday. Because in my mind, I said, well, I don't have internet, so I can't film. Oh, I can film. I just can't upload. And then this morning it hit me. I could go to my neighbors, use their Wi-Fi, and upload. Yes. While I'm getting my jacket on, let me catch y'all up on what's been going on with the internet. Now, many of you know that they have changed out the lines all week in our area. Well, I had an exposed line about halfway from the house to the pole out. And I had called, and then a gentleman showed up. He said, yeah, we got to run a new line. Friday, I believe it was, Friday late afternoon, I get a text message my line had been replaced. So I go outside and I was like, no. Well, where it was exposed above the ground in a couple of spots, they just dug holes and buried that. But obviously they didn't pay attention because there is an orange casing to the fiber optics that had torn and kind of shredded, so you had exposed wires. Well, when they buried that, internet went out. So they're supposed to come out in the morning between 8 and 10, run a new line. But then I received a text message said they had repaired it. Well, they haven't. So I got to deal with that in the morning. So that is why my brain said I couldn't vlog, because I didn't have internet. When I can vlog, I just got to go borrow somebody's Wi-Fi to upload and stream. So we're getting ourselves nice and cozy. It's a cold 53. Yeah, it's 53. And I have my thick, hated jacket. And matter of fact, I need to turn it on right now. That was my Christmas present from Buddy. Now, these things are very expensive unless you're Mr. Buddy and you walk into a local hardware store and they have a clearance for $35. And inside, let me show y'all. I don't know if I can, yeah, I can pull it out. Okay, inside this pocket, it's a little battery pack. And I've only charged it one time in a week, guys. In a week. And let me tell you what, this is the warmest jacket. And you just plug it in and let it charge. And then if you're not using it, there's a little button on the outside. I'll show you that. See the little red button? Well, if I hold it down, it's off. I'll turn it back on. Well, there it is. It lights up red. And within a minute, the whole jacket is nice and toasty and warm. And it's not thick. I mean, look at that. It is not a thick jacket. I absolutely love this thing. Well, when Mr. Buddy found it for $35, he grabbed it. And it happened to be a medium, my size. And he was like, here we go. I absolutely love it. For Sunday lunch, or late lunch, we're going to have a slab of ribs. And there's our slab of ribs. And what you see on here is my pork and good. It is a barbecue rub, and I've got just a little bit of cracked black pepper. And that is our ribs. And I'll tell you, on these ribs, it was, you know, the membrane that you have to pull off the backside. I had never had a slab of ribs where it came off all in one pull. I was very pleased. Normally you'll have little tears on the backside, back of the ribs. Not this one. I was able to pull it all with one swipe. I've already got my broccoli salad made early this morning, and we're just gonna have roasted chunked sweet potatoes. That's gonna be our Sunday lunch, and I think it's gonna be good. So we'll have a refreshing broccoli salad, sweet potatoes, because Mr. Buddy's still trying to stay off of regular potatoes, and I'm not a potato eater. I'm a sweet potato eater. And then a slab of ribs. I don't think it gets any better than that. And we're going to go feed the chickens because I have some leftover cornbread, a couple of day-old cornbread. So we're going to give the chickens a nice treat. So let's head out to the greenhouse because that's where we're gonna start. He's already done some fertilizing and he has more to do, and I've got to fertilize my onions. Now that our cold snap is over, we got to fertilize the onions. Hey girls. Ooh, I gotta do some leveling. Y'all done messed up the outside. Here. Now around here. Come on, Goofy. Come on, girls. There you go. All right, we got one missing. I bet she's laying on the box in there. Does that make y'all happy? What'd I tell y'all? I knew where she was. Aren't they pretty? Uh-oh. Now I gotta put them in a pocket. I don't recommend this. Especially in my new jacket.
She loves it.
What's the temperature in here, bud?
It was 65 when I went and walked ago and looked.
And that's without heat.
Yeah.
I mean, without the...
Turn the heater up.
65, I can handle that in here. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, this has been a blessing to us. Well, last year, if you remember, we grew in this one. Was it this one?
Yep.
And we done really well, but it has held the heat. So we're gonna go in. Mr. Buddy's done took care of all the fertilizing, but I will say, I do not fertilize my celery. I fertilize it on the start. I wait a couple of weeks. I fertilize it again with Garden Tone, and I don't fertilize the celery. And I don't water the celery. They don't like, well, I do, but very little. They do not like wet feet. Now, y'all are gonna notice that I did bring my 2 ferns in from the back patio, and this spring, I will cut all this dead off and they'll just revamp. This one almost got bit, guys. I was a little late bringing it in because I didn't think about it. But these are...
I think they're going to make it, though.
Yeah, these are 3 or 4 years old. And here is the celery. It is a happy...
That's the part I cut off right there.
Oh, here. Here's the part he cut off. And it is strong in here, guys, and I'm going to tell you why. He's been feeding in here. Everything but the celery. And that celery is gorgeous.
That organic fertilizer, you know, it stinks. You know, she always talking about that Dr. Earth. Well, you get that enclosed in a greenhouse. It's bad enough out in the garden itself.
And so what did you fertilize other than the celery? We don't fertilize it.
I fertilized everything in here, but with different fertilizers.
Okay, because they're going to ask.
Aloe veras.
Okay.
And plants.
So what'd you do with the begonias? What'd you feed?
I fed them with the organic all-purpose Miracle Grow that we got in the black dish.
With the yellow bell pepper.
Yep,
and I'll show you guys what he's talking about.
Now, that's what I fed those and the
aloe veras.
Aloe veras.
Let me show him the aloe veras. And there's all the aloe veras he's talking about that he fed with the Miracle Grow.
I have to get the deal and show you. It's dynamite is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You showed them in the videos what came out. It's dynamite, but it's for our houseplants.
Right.
So that's what I put on those.
On the 2 large begonias.
2 large begonias.
And what do we have right here?
This is a pomegranate.
Oh, we've been trying to baby it for a couple of years. It was given to us.
It comes back and it tries to make it. It's done this twice, and it'll either get bit back or something get on it, and it eats it back. So I have to trim it back again. So we're trying to baby it. I don't know if it don't do nothing this year. It's going to just be a bad rootstock and just throw it away.
That's what we're going to do. Yeah.
But I brought out. We're trying to save them.
Because I'm actually got planters to put these on for the back patio.
Right.
In the spring.
And then I fed with the water soluble organic, the black box with the yellow bell pepper. That's what I fed the figs because it's light and easy. I just kind of done a light solution on them.
And you gave citrus food to our lemon trees.
To the lemons.
You can see that little one's blooming.
And I put just a little bit of just regular, I got some fruit tree, pecan tree. It's an all-purpose tree. I put that in the bays.
Yeah, we have 2 bay laurels.
And then
here's that lemon tree that we will, guys. We've said it for 5 years. We're going to take it out of this pot, this terracotta. Well, this is the year that we're going to do it. So we may end up not getting lemons off of it this coming fall into winter, but it has got to be put into a mineral tub. It's just outgrown that terracotta pot. And there is my geranium that is living. Remember, I wanted to test it. I see some old weeds growing out of the bottom, and that's fine because that's going to be transplanted this spring. But I think I'll be able to house it, and a couple of you told me how to propagate it to have more, and that's what I'm going to work on. Okay, this pepper plant.
This pepper plant right here.
Yep.
This is going to be its 3rd year. Okay, we've overwintered it twice. All right, so it had, I don't know where it was, but it had a pepper on it. I guess it done fell off. Anyway, it had a bloom for a pepper coming on, but I went ahead and gave it some ammonium nitrate and some of that organic.
And we're going to also try and pot it up as well. And you're going to try and trim it?
It was putting out, yeah, it was putting out huge.
Jalapenos.
It's a not a Pinot, so it was putting out huge ones. And these are the blueberries.
Yeah.
So they got the acid soil. I'll have to get it's an organic acidifier, I think it is.
Yeah, that's only 2 blueberries we have, and one got a fungus. But it seems like it's coming back.
That was this one. It's coming back pretty good.
And which brand was that? I don't remember. I don't have my glasses on.
Rabbit Eye.
A Rabbit Eye. But remember, we only had 2, and we said we'd get more.
It's Premiers. It's the Premiers.
But I'd like to get more blueberries. But I won't be going back to that nursery to get them. Yeah. I was not pleased at all with that.
And then I got tropical in here.
That come from Miss Greta. That thing was full this year, but I guess it sheds leaves.
Well, imagine it was getting cold when it was out there. I brought it in here. Trying to remember what the name of it is.
It'll come to you.
I'd have to look it up.
No, it'll come to you because you'll say, oh, that's So, Miss Greta, the plant's still living, and it was very tiny when she gave it to us, when she came over. But it's holding 3 leaves, so, well, I think that one's going to come off, though. And then there's
all of them last year.
And then there's that other begonia. Now we're going to go into the other greenhouse where we can show you what we were fertilizing with. Now, these are all fig trees. And I want y'all to look at that. I'm just going to go slow so you can see what all's in here. Now, these are the jasmines. They're running jasmines. Yeah, they're Confederate jasmines, but they don't let you use that name no more.
Was it star jasmine?
Now it's called a star jasmine, guys.
Whatever.
And this is, what is that?
That?
Yeah.
That's that satsuma.
Oh, okay. That's the satsuma.
This is the...
Because I was looking at the thorns.
Frost King, I think it is. Satsuma. This is the one that was by your building.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
Got bit back.
That had the sweetest.
Last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago. That was the sweetest satsumas.
It's doing a whole lot better in a pot.
I just hope it comes back. And then these are the mature aloe veras that we harvest the pups from. And some of you may say, what do you mean by pups? Well, it's going to be hard. I'm one-handed holding a cup of coffee. But you see those small ones? That's what we call pups. That's what we dig up out of the mother and we transplant them. And I'll show you a better view of what a pup looks like. All right. Now, there's the mother leaning off to the side. Okay? And Bud's going to show you.
These are all pups.
These are all pups. That's individual plants.
Each one of them are individual plants. Now, you can take all of these, and a lot of times you can split them if you need to. But it's best to use the whole pup. Right now, these all need to be repotted.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of pot you gonna put them in? They get to a spot to where you're gonna have to have a 4x4 bed for them with a top over it because they will die in the freeze. So,
right.
Hence the reason they're in here.
And then here is Here is all of the fig trees. That's dormant right now.
This is a yellow trumpet.
And that's my yellow trumpet. And then there's all those little nickel pots that we had got. We showed y'all. Some of them are split, but those are going to come in handy even with the small pups.
And that's butterfly ginger.
He said this is butterfly ginger.
And these, of course, are cannas. And then these are bromelaceae.
So high in the nitrogen and then the potash.
Yep. And then I got the back right there. There's the citrus.
Yeah, we use this citrus all the time. This has been our go-to for years.
It's done really well. So that was the two things, and then I'll have to get the dynamite when we go over there.
And some of you may ask, well, why is all your fertilizer sitting in those tubs? Well, I don't know, a month, 6 weeks ago, we did a video. This was a Walmart haul that our neighbor did, and we had showed y'all we had a truckload of all this fertilizer, planters, even some trays, I think, for $35, guys. And we just put them in. We just put them in here until the spring where I can organize them.
I know it's not bothering you none, but
do what?
I'm gonna have to get out of this hoodie because it's like 70+ degrees in here. I'm about to sweat down.
Oh, and let me show y'all before we get out. Those were the $5 pots that we got at Tractor Supply. How many did we get?
I got 10.
10 of them. And I want to show y'all the original price was $24.99. We paid $5. I'll show y'all those mums that I dug up when we get out of this one hoop house, as I call it. We had some sporadic mums. I called them hidden treasures. We did the front landscape the first time, just trying to get some water off before we completed it a couple months ago. There was mums, and y'all saw them, the old-timey mums that just flourished. There was a yellow one and a purple one. Well, I dug them up and just threw them in the beds that we're going to be tearing down. Wait till you see these. And it wasn't just mums, it was daisies too. So I'm going to show y'all, they take a beating and keep on going. But here we go. I'm going to try and zoom in. The Brussels sprouts, everything did great, guys. Brussels sprouts have just taken off. I've got something that came in and ate on this one, and I don't know what. It didn't affect the other ones, but because there is no Brussels on here at all, I'm going to pull this, because all this is a house for whatever got on this, because there's not a Brussels sprout anywhere. See that? And I want you to look at that. When Lippy sees something like this, I remove it, because all that's going to do is invite them to attack something else. And I don't want to take the chance, because I've already looked at my others. I don't see any damage, just that one plant. That's another thing I do like about these mineral tubs. Y'all have heard me say it even with my 5-gallon buckets. I can take that one plant and remove it. Or if it's something within the soil, I remove that one bucket or mineral tub. Therefore, I'm not crowding a bed, and if there is something in the soil, well, then it's affected every plant. And I've gardened like this, guys, since 2005, okay? I've started gardening in tubs, buckets, small raised beds when I broke my back, and I wasn't able to tend to an in-ground garden. So I've had 20 years experience now dealing with buckets and tubs and things like that. And that is what I have learned over these 20 years, is that, in my opinion, it keeps the risks down for the other plants by taking the time and put them individual. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera, because I want to show y'all what the cauliflower did through all of this. Now, we haven't went to the other side, but I want to show you what the cauliflower did. I was like, because, you know, we've already harvested 2 large heads. I've got 4 more coming. All right, here is the smallest head. It just started to crown. It's about the size of a softball. But then we get over here. That one is not far from me harvesting. And neither is this one. They done fantastic underneath this cover. Nothing got bit. See the Brussels sprouts? They've grown since we saw them a week ago. And here's the little bitty carrot bed that I did not cover. Remember, I just threw a multitude of different seeds. Have not thinned them, but they did just fine, guys. Actually, there's a big carrot right there, but I'm gonna leave it. And I'm gonna let Mo harvest those. But, okay, guys, we're going in a maze right here.
Up in there.
It's hot up in here. All right, that's where I harvested a couple of the cabbage that we made the sauerkraut with. I just left the leaves in there. Here is a head. Remember I told you about that fungus I was looking at on this one? But I have a few little bit of gnats coming, but that head's ready to be harvested, so I wasn't worried about even trying to treat that. Here's the other head, and it's very tight under here. So that one will come out, and then this one will come out. So we've got 3 more to harvest. Collard greens, won't be long, we're gonna have a mess of collard greens. Remember I told you I just gave them a haircut. In other words, I harvested the leaves from the bottom going up because collards are known to shoot their new leaves from the top. And don't you see some gnats in here, bud? I do. Kind of floating around.
Humidity.
Yep. Look at that mum. This is what I was telling y'all. It's like crazy. Now that's a daisy. All these are daisies. Now I will have to find their permanent home. But for now, this is their home. Look at that. Didn't cover them, nothing. Very hardy. My camera was doing the same thing as it did the other day in the kitchen, where it'd go light to dark and get blurry. Y'all, I think I've hit a button on my phone. And I don't know how to fix it. The outside cabbage. Buddy, what's it called?
Jersey Wakefield.
Jersey Wakefield. Y'all, I am not supposed to know the name of this cabbage. I mean, that's just a given, because you would think I would remember, and it's just not in my memory bank. Didn't cover them, didn't do anything, and they're hard as a rock, doing fantastic. I will be making me a salad soon. We're gonna look at the carrots before we feed our onions. I'm gonna tell y'all what, whoever invented this jacket invented it for Lippy. I'm loving my jacket. It's a mess out here, guys. It's wet and yucky. Look at the stance on these carrots. But it's closed up because I wanted to show you what was it the second run that I did? I don't know if y'all can see. Oh yeah, look this way, guys. You see where it seems like it's laid down? I'm gonna zoom in. They're growing leaps and bounds. And I didn't fertilize the second patch. But I guess there was enough in the soil to get them going. But look at that.
Go.
I don't want it to get cold.
Well, the way you can do that is drink it.
I gotta savor it.
Savor the coffee. Savor the moment.
Oh, let me show them. I don't even know where the camera is. I don't even know if they can see.
No.
I don't.
No.
Guys, this is what I'm gonna water with.
Still can't see. It's facing down seeing down there at the bottom.
No, I think they can. Lord, I need to go to what do you call it? Filming school. I need to go to filming school. But onions love nitrogen. But I also like to back off on the phosphorus. Okay, this is the perfect fertilizer for that because it's 11-3-8. Concentrate on the potash. That's just Lippy's opinion. Yeah, they can see.
They can't see. Promise you.
You don't think?
No.
We'll go see. I think they can.
Looks to me like they're looking down here at the bottom of the bed.
Oh, well, At least they're getting a good laugh right now.
Yeah, I mean, they can see a little bit.
Okay, see, they're getting a good laugh. It's a
They
Lippy
can see
thing.
a little bit. You're talking about going to camera school.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a trainer with that much patience. Get some. They starting to seep some.
Yep.
I got it on
We've
low.
had this smoker for umpteen years. I wanted to share with y'all a personal gift that was gifted to me by a beautiful friend. It does have a remote, so I can change the lighting, the actual time of this candle. It's a battery operated. But this is what it says. Brother, you left me beautiful memories. Your love is still my guide. And though I cannot see you, you're always at my side. And look at that beautiful cardinal. So I have it right here in the living room on our bookshelf. And every morning I turn it on and I let it flicker 2 hours, and then in the evenings I do the same. I got my oven preheated to 425 degrees, and I'm about to make our sweet potatoes. Our late Sunday lunch is just about ready. We try to eat between 2:30 and 3 on Sundays because we have a big breakfast, and then it carries us, and it just works better. And then if we want a little snack, we can have a little leftover. Most times we'll do some olives and cheese and crackers. But that's how we like to eat our Sunday lunch, is late afternoon, and it works for us. So preheat your oven to 425. I'm going to drop the camera, and we're going to make savory sweet potatoes. Not just your traditional roasted sweet potatoes. I want a little savory because we have the broccoli salad, and they pair very well. You got that little bit of sweetness from the raisins and the broccoli salad, so you want something savory. Even though our sweet potatoes have a natural sweetness, it kind of tones it down. I have 3 medium sweet potatoes that I peeled, washed, and cubed. Okay, these are, I don't know, 1 inch by 1 inch. You want them too small because then they'll mush on you. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add just a little bit of olive oil, just enough to coat them very well. So if I had to guess, 2 tablespoons maybe. Okay, in this ramekin, I have 2 tablespoons of melted butter, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of lemon pepper, a 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder in this bowl. Now, you could add some Italian seasoning or rosemary, but I'm keeping it simple. The garlic powder and the lemon pepper with 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm going to add, I'll try to measure it, guys. There's a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of fresh grated parm. Okay, we're going to give it a good toss. Okay, we're going to spread them out evenly onto our cookie sheet. And get all this goodness out, guys. You don't want them stacked. You want them evenly distributed. Because we're going to toss these halfway through. And you're talking about 30 minutes to roast these in a 425 degree preheated oven. Here's our broccoli salad. Here's our savory sweet potato fries, guys. Perfect. And it was 35 minutes. I timed it for y'all. We got a sample before we end the half weekend vlog. And of course, I'm going to sample with my favorite thing to eat.
Ribbies.
Y'all,
Ribbies. Them old
I
baby backs.
love my ribs. Here we go. Let's see how well you did.
Got that pull to it.
Y'all, it's just, he's the
She
best
don't
on
like them
ribs.
fall off the bone. She
Yeah.
likes a pull to it.
Yeah, not a hard pull. I like a little pull.
I like them where I can take the bones out of them and have boneless sitting there left on the plate with nothing tore apart.
I got barbecue sauce everywhere. I'm
But those are good.
fixing to get some more barbecue sauce and dip it. This is out of this world. But we're going to fix our plate. I'm a mess. And I think we're going to shut the Sunday evening down. What time is it?
3:40.
It's 3:40, so we're going to call it done so I can go bum off of a neighbor's Wi-Fi, and I'm going to get this uploaded for tonight. I don't know what Monday looks like. Probably nothing, since they're supposed to be putting new lines in. That's still questionable, isn't it?
Still to be determined.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because they said yes, and then they said it was repaired and canceled. So we'll find out. But as always, stay safe, stay well, and God bless. And we'll see you on the next one. I thank my husband for making me some ribs.